The latest generation of wireless technology is enabling a truly mobile internet experience. Networks around the world have largely migrated to third-generation technology to enable a more computer-like experience on handheld devices. All of these trends, combined with the fact that some 2.5 billion people around the world use mobile phones, sets the scene for some highly innovative and lucrative mobile commerce applications. Planning now for the volume of network traffic and end-user demand for secure and accurate transactions is imperative for operators. Partnerships with companies that understand the complexities of the mobile network are crucial to ease the burden on network backhaul. But beyond users and their handsets, networks need to support the speed and reliability not only to retain customers, but compel them to embrace mobile commerce as a unique, value-added service that only mobile operators can provide.
Speed is very much an issue when using your mobile because you can often tend to be impatient in the first place. That's why you're using your mobile rather than finding another medium.
So having a very high-powered mobile phone that I can just switch on instantly access the internet, access my email, read my email and click through to links is very powerful. So certainly for my lifestyle, having a very powerful mobile phone is very important. I couldn't live without it.
I think one of the challenges with speed and mobile commerce is that like wireless network speeds in America just aren't very fast. And so, if there's a computer nearby or a mobile device, you're going to go to a computer. So I find myself using a mobile device when it's like a last resort. Like I think it's embarrassing that America's mobile technology is so far behind.
In Europe, Orange, Vodafone, T-Mobile and Telefónica Móviles recently announced the creation of an industry-wide group called the Mobile Payment Services Association to push for new standards in m-commerce systems. In addition to standardizing technical issues, the new association will promote a common m-commerce brand and help launch new mobile commerce services over European networks.
Standardization is key. I don't want to deal with 3 or 4 applications running on the chip on my phone. Does this store have the right reader for the application that I still have balanced?
In Japan, mobile commerce has been a huge success, accounting for more than $400 million of revenue each year. Through NTT Docomo's popular iMode service, subscribers can buy sodas from vending machines, purchase food at fast food restaurants, and shop at internet retailers like Amazon, buying all their goods through Docomo's billing system. Other companies, like Visa, also offer m-commerce services in Japan.
The Asian operators, in contrast, first identified the killer need to eliminate hassle of going through the train station or doing something that is, you must do it, it's repetitive, it's low value. But they did that in order to establish that initial level of trust, and they are now migrating their customers to higher value, more sophisticated behaviors.
I have to say that predominantly my experiments with m-commerce have been outside of the continental United States, mostly in Asia, in Seoul or in Hong Kong, where they have really well-developed infrastructures, and the user experience is as near effortless as it possibly could be, which really it makes a profound difference in the way you see this. It ceases to become so much a technology and becomes simply a part of the way things are done.
But I think Japan really is quite a bit ahead. Everyone has internet-capable mobile phones. The billing system is really well integrated between buying things online and getting those attached to your phone bill. And so, yeah, I mean, pretty much anyone can do mobile commerce without even realizing that they're doing mobile commerce or calling it mobile commerce.
So by engaging in mobile commerce, mobile operators per se are not only allowing their customers to go to more sophisticated behaviors, but they do have the distinct possibility of lowering churn rates and also keeping their customers longer. What they get in the longer term is the visibility into consumer habits that enable them to develop new products and services that are more tailored to what the consumer really desires.
If you ever really pay attention to the moments in your life that you are at a turnstile or at a register, in a place like New York at least, those add up quite a bit. Instead of hauling my wallet out, or instead of having to, my goodness, deal with cash or checks, it would be just the most wonderful thing in the world to wave this over a reader and have done with it.
What mobile phones really excel at is as a communication mechanism. If you get a situation where you have an advert that you've just seen that has a brand you maybe are not familiar with, then it's an opportunity to interact with them and you can pay them.
There is a $500 billion market in overseas remittance of workers who are working in foreign countries who are remitting funds back to their relatives or their contacts in their home countries.
One of the things that is absolutely brilliant that emerges from user practice in sub-Saharan Africa, actually, is that you can use minutes, unused minutes, as currency and transfer those back and forth between friends. So it's this absolutely ingenious adaptation.
In terms of being advanced, in South Africa, there is a vast amount of people who get their wages solely paid onto their phone account. You've got 100% secure networks where you're the only person that can access your information. And all of the consumers who are involved in that know that their money is entirely secure.
Mobile commerce is not simply e-commerce on a phone. The industry must learn from past mistakes. Security and data integrity are still major hurdles. A Forrester research survey found that 57% of US and Canadian respondents were concerned about the security of data when using their phones to make payments. Connections with poor reliability are inherently less secure, and consumers will be soured if they're unsure whether their payment went through. This makes it critical to educate consumers and make sure they're comfortable with the technology.
I just wish data speeds were faster, and I wish data was more reliable, and I wish I could get data wherever I go. So on a train, which is a time when I have time on my hands, I do use my phone, but the 3G network drops in and out, and it's very difficult for me to actually do anything online.
When I'm doing a transaction which involves entering credit card numbers and transferring money, I want it to be done quickly, I want to get it out of the way, and I want to know that it's gone through. And I feel that the longer it's taking to process, the more vulnerable it is to being hacked or stolen.
The critical piece is all bubble up to one thing, an end-to-end ecosystem that is extraordinarily complex but also completely hidden from the consumer. It boils down to the simple sentence: m-commerce makes your life more convenient, and then you can do fun things.
Clearly, the mobile commerce market offers billions of dollars in revenues, but only if operators plan their strategies carefully today. That means the networks need to support the speed, reliability and security that will encourage users to embrace mobile commerce and use the service for increasingly larger ticket items. Mobile commerce could one day replace checks, credit cards, perhaps even printed money. That means the network infrastructure must scale to support the high growth in transactions.
This is my wallet. It is a free tag recycled wallet, and in it has just all kinds of gross stuff. But this stuff, there's no record of it. If it's gone, to replace it is like, 5 days worth of work. If this thing gets destroyed, I plug it into my computer and hit restore.
In part 3 of this series, we'll study more of the technical challenges faced by mobile operators as they seek to unleash this lucrative opportunity and prepare for tomorrow's mobile commerce invasion.